know that it's central. You need to keep, remember that, okay? So the medication that's given in diabetes or central diabetes insipidus is vasopressin. That's all you need. Okay, it's important to be able to hold on to your water, because if your blood pressure is low and your body can fix it, but you're not giving it what it needs to fix it, you can die. A low blood, what is so important about blood pressure? Every cell in your body needs oxygen, nutrients, glucose, okay? Your circulatory system acts like a river, okay? Just like we got ships that float on the water and bring us our things we need that we order and stuff like that. The cells are ordering stuff and the blood is going to deliver it, okay? You need something that's going to push that blood water through. It needs to be good pressure so things can move up. If it's low, what's moving? You have one heart with all these strings attached to it to supply blood, or blood flows through it, okay? All right, so we talked about central diabetes insipidus, with that there's something happening in the brain. You could have a stroke, a blood clot preventing the flow of blood to the hypothalamus to be able to produce ADH, to be able to retain your fluids. Anything that goes on with the brain that prevents ADH from being produced is central DI, and your urine is going to be watered down. It's going to be water. And how you know you fixed it is if your urine turns back yellow again. Okay, your body gonna hold on. It senses that it's letting go of its fluids, so it's gonna retain that sodium. That sodium is it's like a magnet to water. It's going to draw the water out of your tissues into the bloodstream to up the blood volume. But what's going to happen to that water once it does that? You're going to pee it out. Do you see how you're sucking the life out of your organs with this disorder here? So you'll have diluted urine that's watered down. The concentration of your blood is going to be very concentrated, because you just have solutes and not water. And you say urine, and your sodium levels are going to be elevated. And you're going to be peeing like crazy. We talk about, and you're going to be very thirsty. Hey, you're going to be very thirsty here. Okay, the two P's in diabetes insipidus is polyuria, because you're going to be constantly peeing, and polydipsia. You're going to be very, very thirsty. Patients here, you can drink up to 12 liters of water a day. That's exhausting. But you're going to be so thirsty because you're not holding on to your water. Okay. Now we're going to talk about, see, this lecture, you ain't had a lecture like this, too. You ain't had a lecture like that, because I'm digging all in there. Okay? This is my podcast. The video that you see here will be downloaded and split into sections for my podcast channel. Okay? So we talked about diabetes insipidus. Want to make sure we talk about your serum osmolality is going to be increased. Your urine osmolality is going to be decreased. Urine osmolality means your urine concentration. It's going to be decreased because it's just going to be water. Okay? And your sodium levels are going to be elevated. How do you fix this? You give the patient vasopressin. That's going to make their urine go back to normal, and that is key evidence that you fixed the problem. Now, let's talk about nephrogenic diabetes insipidus. You got ADH, it's elevated, but you're still peeing out your water. This is how you can tell if it's central from nephrogenic. If it's central, you just need vasopressin, because the organ that produces it is gone, or there's something that is, But if I get vasopressin and nephrogenic, there's nothing going to happen. Why? Because there's something in the kidney. There's something wrong with the receptors on the kidneys that's rejecting ADH from binding onto it so that it can hold on to the water. So that's why it's called nephrogenic. The nephrons in your kidneys are responsible for allowing ADH to bind to them so that water can be recycled and reabsorbed back into the bloodstream.